Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. As you can see, I'm still in the amazing, eternal city of Roma. What a city. Looking to the left and you see something fantastic, you look to the right, there is something fantastic, there is always something to see, something to do. You are enriching your culture. If you've never been to Roma, think about it, because it's just fantastic, but really just fantastic. I didn't record on Friday and on Saturday for two reasons. The first one is because we are going out of the home, of the apartment, let's say, super early in the morning, coming back super late, and then I'm always scared, to start screaming on camera and that my neighbors will be pissed off. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is that Friday, Saturday, not a lot of things were happening. I was thinking, let's wait, let's see, let's regroup a bit of information. We watch the game Barcelona-Juve, and then we can do a beautiful video. No game, because the game was cancelled. This time not because of Juve, but because of Barcelona. Gastroenteritis, viral thing, by whatever, in the team of Barcelona, and it's better that we didn't play. I have to admit that in a way I'm super happy that we didn't play, because I don't know if we were ready. We arrived super late in USA because there was a problem with the plane, with the wheel of the plane in Torino, Caselle, before departing. Nothing was worrying, everything was safe, they traveled, but we arrived super late. So playing so shortly, after arriving in USA, could have been a problem. I'm already scared about injuries and so on. But now I'm here, after 2 days without recording, to do a mini recap of what happened. The fun thing, of course, and the Beppe curse with the shirt that I'm buying. When I'm putting a name on the shirt, that something will happen. Look, this year, exactly the same. I went to the Juve store in Roma that is just fantastic. Small, but the staff was super, super nice. Home shirt, authentic shirt. Nicolo Fagioli didn't travel with the team to USA. Surprising, because we didn't know it. I have an update on him. And then away shirt that is even more beautiful than I was thinking, because I was not 100% convinced, but in real life, fantastic. Adrien Rabiot, in honor of the fantastic interview that we did together. And by the way, fantastic person. He followed me on Instagram also. That beautiful. Beautiful emotions when you have a first team player that is following you without you asking it. Well, that was really, really beautiful. But anyway, these two players, Beppe's curse, these two players didn't travel. Adrien Rabiot out of precaution, no worries. And then Nicolo Fagioli because of tonsillitis. But there are some rumors that are saying that maybe for the last game against Real Madrid, he could fly to USA, joining his teammates, playing that game, and then coming back with the rest of the team. Could be a beautiful news. But we have nothing to worry about the condition of these two players. I told you the team traveled. There was also a surprising guest in that plane, because Giuntoli, Cristiano, traveled with the team. He's there, contact with the team. He wants to know. He wants to have a full immersion into the Juventus world, discovering what are they doing, what are they saying, how are they training. He wants to know everything, and he's always on the phone, calling to Torino, to Giovanni Manna that remained there, because he's taking care in the first contact of Mercato, and so on and so on. Speaking about Mercato, there should have been the meeting one-to-one between Cristiano Giuntoli and Franck Kessié. But it didn't happen. I wanted to say, shit, but maybe it's not the best thing to say with Barcelona Juventus that has been cancelled because of gastroenteritis viral virus in the team of the Blaugrana. So maybe it's not appropriate, but anyway, it was cancelled. But apparently they are saying about Mercato that there will still be a one-to-one, but it will be on a phone conference between the two players, while Juventus is still really interested in the midfielder, ex-Milan and now Blaugrana. They are speaking about a 25 million euro request from Barcelona, Juventus pushing for a loan instead of signing permanently. There were players that didn't participate to that game, well, all of them, but instead of that, the Blaugrana stayed at home. Juventus was doing a private training without any fans, and not all the players participated to the training session. There was no Pogba, and here the question marks are starting to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, because our question is, will he be able to play against Milan? Some papers are saying he could play a small part. Some other papers are saying not against Milan, but Real Madrid, the last game. And if this is the case, we can all be reassured that step by step he's coming back and he will be ready against Udinese. On the other side, if we don't see him against Milan, if we don't see him against Real Madrid, if we don't see pictures of him really training with the team, well, the big question is, will Pogba be ready for Udinese? Will he be there for the second game, the third game? When will Pogba be there? Will he still be a Juve player? And that's something that we will go deep diving in the next coming days. We'll try to follow up. Another player that is also having question marks and that didn't participate to the training session is Dusan Vlahovic. And here is it because of Mercato? Well, if it was a game and you don't play him, probably yes, but he didn't participate to the training session. So what's the problem of Dusan Vlahovic? Is it again that growing pain? Is it something else? I really need to understand. Not a lot of details at the moment, but that's a question that is really worrying, because if it's Mercato question, hey, you like it or not, at a certain moment you accept that he will not be a Juve player anymore. If it's growing pain, well, we have a bigger problem, because then it's a player that is not on the Mercato, because nobody wants to sign a player that is not 100% fit, and you can't use him neither. So that's a problem. On the other side, other players like Weston McKennie, Milik and Huijsen didn't train, but nothing to worry about that. Weston McKennie, that in his home country wants to convince Massimiliano Allegri. So I'm curious to see the first lineup with three players that are really outperforming everyone, that are in top form and are surprising and convincing Allegri. I'm sure that you will be happy with the first name that I will tell you, and it is Federico Chiesa, that is going one-on-one, that is going on the ball, that is chasing, that is doing everything, even in that 3-5-2. He wants to convince Max Allegri and himself as well that he can play that role in that new 23-24 Juve, and Max Allegri is really appreciating what he's doing, and he's one of the most informed men. The other one that is surprising everyone is Timothy Weah, that still needs tactically to understand Max Allegri, but on the other side, his velocity and everything that he's putting on the field is really appreciated by everyone. And then the big surprise, it's Weah and Yildiz. Not that Weah and Yildiz is a surprise, but the role that Max is using him, because he already started in Torino, in that friendly family game, Juve against Juve, to use him as a mezzala. I already spoke about it. Well, in training session, he's still continuing. It may be seen that he can be that creative link there in the middle of the field, waiting for the other player to come. A Fagioli, a Pogba, Rabiot, that are not there, but also some players like, for example, Miretti, where we still need to understand the future about. I told you in the video, when he renewed, pay attention, renewing doesn't mean that he will stay 23-24. It's Salernitana. They are still there. They want to push for Miretti. They really want to play the player, but they want to wait. And Juventus at the moment is holding. They really need to understand what is happening so far. So Yildiz is really impressing with some beautiful plays and so on. I told you about Fagioli, Arthur Fiorentina, done deal on loan, where Juventus will cash in a bit of money, not too much. And then they're still pushing for some Mercato voices, because if Dusan Vlahovic, but even the other ones that are not sure, even Milik is not sure to stay at Juve. According to some papers, Milik, Chiesa, Vlahovic, Moiskin, if one of them is leaving, making space, there are still voices about Lukaku. It's not something that is over. And then another name, pushed also by Fabrizio Ravanelli and by Timothy Weah, we were speaking about Jonathan David, that I really believe and I really would love him to join our team. That would be fantastic. Jonathan David, young, fresh, energy, legs, the smell for the goal. Jonathan David is not bad. And then they're speaking again. I finished with Miretti to Salernitana. Yes, no, we will discover it. Did I speak about everything? I believe yes. I spoke about my shirts. I didn't speak about my injury, J Medical, but written with the J just medical, because injury. I fell in Roma the first night that I was there. Disaster. Anyway, ragazzi, I hope you enjoyed that small video. I told you quality is not fantastic, but it is what it is. I will be back home on Tuesdays afternoon, and then we go back to normal. If you want to maximum like also on this video, grazie, forza, Juve.